welcome back to another YouTube video with Tank Group today, and today we're doing what boys and girls, I'm glad you asked, because today we are playing some World Tanks console, that's right. We're doing World Tanks console with our tank. Well, again, I'm glad you asked, because today we are doing the tank review of the KANJPZ 3 GST, the Tier 10 Premium, well, I should say new Tier 10 Premium German tank destroyer. That's right, boys and girls, it's time to do a tank review on this big old BC boy and show you guys what I think about the vehicle, both within the garage and also, within the game as well, like inside a battle and all of that. Now, I do have to say this vehicle is a pretty interesting vehicle. It doesn't have the biggest gun arc. As far as what you could do with the gun is right about right in here where the tracks are, with the headlights, and same with over here. So it doesn't have the biggest like gun arc in the world, but with its gun though, it seems pretty somewhat accurate and pretty decent reload too, depending on your crew perks and stuff like that. And the gun is a 120 caliber gun, 100, well, I should say a 12 centimeter, which is basically a 120 caliber gun in regular speaking. But we're going to show you guys the armor, and I do have something to say about the armor. It's sort of pretty decent for anything at like a tier 9 or somewhat those tier 8. Those tier 10s, well, depending, I guess you could say. But yeah, we're going to be going over this vehicle, showing you guys the, well, everything within the garage of the vehicle. So let's get started with the vehicle itself. With standard penetration, you have 265, 310, and 60. Damage is 400 for both your standard and premium rounds, and 515 for HE. Hit points is 1,900. Max speed is 74 miles per hour. View range is 423, and concealment is 348. So not pretty bad overall. In regards of that, but yeah, of course it doesn't get fully traversable turns as of course normal, but equipment I put on this vehicle is advanced loader, which load time 10% more, which really helps out a gun, any type of gun. The only thing you can't put this on is auto loaders, but I would definitely recommend advanced loader. Improved ventilations, which is crew performance is 5%. Though I would try this out for either advanced optics, which gives you 10% to V range, or perhaps advanced concealment, which reduces tank detectability range, which I would have to say I might switch this out for this, and same with this as well. But that's depending on which way you want to take this vehicle. And the other thing I have is also tracking system. Max speed is 10%, and chassis and hull rotation speed is 10%. At first I thought maybe you could play this vehicle as like a support vehicle, like up in the front, like a Panzer 100, but somewhat it doesn't feel like that, but I don't know. Everyone has a completely different play style, how the vehicle could be played. To me, it feels like more of like a sniper, but that's why I said maybe I'll go for these two and still keep advanced loader. But again, you could build wherever you want on here. I put a premium repair kit, a premium med kit, and a premium fire extinguisher. Now, depending on which way you want to do it, you could put a premium fuel booster, which is 10% horsepower, 5% max speed, and 10% turn rotation, which actually it doesn't have like a fully traversable turn, so I don't think fuel is really going to help you. And then you have also this, if you want to put this on here, enhanced rotation, 15% crew performance, 10% commander XP, and 10% crew performance as well. So, again, depending on which way you want to play with the vehicle. The rounds I put on the vehicle, which of course you get AP. I put about 35 rounds of AP, and I put about 5 rounds of heat and 5 rounds of AP in the vehicle. So yeah. And of course there is no upgrades to the vehicle. My commander, I have a 6 Sense, Green Thumb, which this is my tank destroyer crew, so it really increases my camouflage rating. 10% increase to vehicle camo factor when sitting in forage or like bushes and stuff. And then sensory awareness 6% increase to max view range, which helps you spot things farther. Rapid loading, which is 10% increase to gun reload speed, which with that and what was it again? Wrong thing, I think. The advanced loader with another 10%. Let's see the commander. So that's about like 20% more reload speed with like a 20% more reload speed with everything, with both the equipment and the perk for my commander. Then I have camouflage expert 10% increase to your vehicle camouflage factor, which I would go for like either steady aim, which is 10% increase to accuracy, or heck, even rapid aim. 10% increase to turn and gun rotation speed, which, to be honest, I guess in a way it would really not really matter. Or snapshot, which 12% increase to accuracy during turn rotation, which again, this thing doesn't really have a fully traversable turret. Or I would say Born Reader, which is 10% increase to skill, efficiency, and crew performance. But again, it depending on which way you want to do it. I would also say General Mechanic, which is 10% increase to repair speed of all damaged modules. But again, at the end of the day, it is your vehicle. Which way you want to play it is up to you two, dear guys. So yeah. Then we have armor, which, like I said, the armor is pretty interesting in somewhat ways of the vehicle. So yeah, let's talk about the armor. So we got 6-meter thickness, which is these two muff flaps right here above the tracks, both left and right. We have another 10% above, well, the tracks, right there. We have 15%, which is the rear of the turret and rear of the vehicle. So yeah, definitely get behind it and just torment. So I see a little driver's port or machine gunner's port. Oh, sure. And then we have 20%, which is the roof deck, the engine deck, the belly of the tank, the little tracks, and the space armor on sides of the tracks, and also the tracks themselves. Which, yeah, we have little track links in the back of the tank. 3-meter thickness, which looks like the turret ring itself, or at least the bottom of the turret. We have 40-meter thickness, which is the, well, underneath the turret, the area where the crew would sit, I guess you could say. 50-meter thickness, which is the above and below the gun mantlet. 60-meter thickness, which is both left and right of the turret, or gun mantlet. 70-meter thickness, which is the gun. 76, which is the sides of the hull. And yeah, that's it. Both the lower side and the upper part. 100-meter thickness, which is the lower part of the gun mantlet. 110, which is the turret ring. We have 130, which is that little big bit in the back, which you're never really going to shoot from if you're going to be facing this thing like this. So, yeah, okay. 150, which is both left and right of that little driver's port and behind the gun mantlet. 190, which is above the gun mantlet. 200, which is both left and right of the turret, which there's a lot of tanks at tier 10 that could more likely pin that, I think, even with standard rounds. And then we have 250, which is the, well, one of the parts of the gun mantlet, and the, looks like, yeah, the left and right of the turret, and the lower plate in that one little driver port right there. And plus these four little bits inside the tank, too. Then we have 290, which is that little bit right there. So, yeah, to be honest, that doesn't seem like the biggest, greatest thing. And we'll show you guys maybe another tier 10 that does have about 200 some meters thickness of pen. So I'm not sure with maybe standard rounds. I think there's some things that does have 250 pen with standard rounds. Or if they don't, they just load the premium rounds and go right through your turn. But let's look at other things of the vehicle as well. So let's look at this. The other part where kind of it doesn't show you too much within the garage. So yeah. So top forward speed, we've already said about 74.80 miles per hour. top reverse speed is 22 miles per hour. Of course, we already said about the horsepower, or did we? I don't think we did. No, but yeah. So horsepower is 1,100. Power to weight ratio is 23.37, and the chance of you getting cone fire is 9%. Hit points is 1,900. We've already said that. Hull rotation speed is 26.40. Self-terrain resistance is 1.86. Medium terrain resistance is 1.8. Firm terrain resistance is 0.98. Detectability range by sitting still is 348.54. Detectability range by moving is 386.95. View range is 423.48. And signal range is 766.13. And then let's talk about the gun. So rotation speed is 20.43, which doesn't have a fully traversable turn. So yeah, I guess in a way it doesn't really matter. Maybe it does, but depending. Accuracy during turn rotation is 1.66. Max elevation is 20 degrees. Max depression is 10. Reload time is 7.89 seconds. Rate of fire is 7.60 rounds per minute. Accuracy at 100 meters is 0.35. Accuracy during movement is 6.59. Aim time is 2.45. Which to me, the aim time feels really good on this vehicle. Somewhat, well, actually not somewhat. It just feels pretty decent as a vehicle. Shots per clip, because it's not autoloaded, it gets only one shot. And because it's not autoloader, so it doesn't get no intricate reload. Max ammunition is 45 rounds. Of course, it gets AP, heat, HE. Damage per minute is 3,040. Pen value at 100 meters is 265, which we've already said about what the pen is. 265, 310, and 60. Average damage, we've already said about that as well. Blast radius, depending on if you're using, I guess, HE and stuff. And of course, it's talking about the max speed of ammunition, which is 1,200, 1,000 to also 1,000 as well. And max range of the ammunition is 720 to 720 to 720. So, yeah. And then we got the premium bonuses. So, silver earning rate is 100%. Tank XP earning rate is 100%. Premium vehicle earning rate is 5%. Commander XP earning rate is 100%, and free XP earning rate is 5% as well. So yeah, that is basically it of this Tier 10 German tank. So hang on, let's look at the mouse. So the mouse gets 246 meters of pen with its standard ammunition of its main caliber gun, where this vehicle gets about 250. So, okay, the mouse might not able to go through the current that great, but when the mouse switches to premium rounds, yeah, and the mouse definitely can go right through the vehicle's turret face. Yep, right there it is. With 300 meters of pen. But let's look at a different tier 10. Let's unselect this, and let's go for a British Super Conqueror. So the British Super Conqueror gets 259 meters pen, and again this thing gets about 350. So, in reality, the Super Conqueror is going to be able to pen your turn front without even loading premium rounds. So that's without even angering the turret as well, or angering the lower plate. So that means the Super Conqueror without loading premium rounds can go right through your turret front. What about the Chieftain Mark 6? And that gets 270, so definitely yes, the Chieftain Mark 6 is going to go right through your turret front as well, as long as you're not angering your turret. What about the FP42? Well, again, this is going to go right through your turn as well, just like the previous other two British tanks. Let's go check. You know what? Let's check this thing out. Again, yes, it looks like all the British Tier 10 heavies are going to slice through your turn front pretty easily. What about the other new Tier 10 premium tank destroyer? the M4 T14 T114 metal line. Yeah, guys, this thing is definitely going to be penetrating your frontal turret, and this thing only carries about, let's see, 8 rounds in HE. So the last the season before's tier 10 premium can just easily pen your current front. So yeah, I'm taking this idea of this tier 10 premium being more of a vehicle that you're going to really want to sit behind the map and kind of snipe, but in a way you can somewhat still kind of play frontline support if you're top tiered, and as long as you're not fighting against any of the tier 10s, because I think some of the Russian tanks were still yeah, it looks like so. Yes, definitely. 256 meters of pen for this Object 5A. What about this thing? Yeah, this thing will also pen the front of your turn. What about Chinese? Yeah. So it looks like there's going to be a good amount of well, except this thing. This thing right here, which is Italian, will not able to pen your turn front with standard ammunition. So there might be some tanks that might not pin your front turret with standard ammunition, but they are going to load premium rounds, so do keep that as a mind as well, and same with your lower prey. But that is enough jibber jabber there, guys, within the garage, and showing you guys which tanks could actually pen you in your front of your turn. Do keep in mind some tanks might not, like some of the light tanks and stuff, but some of these heavy tanks and probably some of the medium tanks might need to load premium rounds, but still at the point is that some tanks can do that. But guys, let's go to the battlefield, and I'll catch you guys on the battlefield. See you guys there. So guys, we are back on, well, looks like Ehrenberg, and this is about my fourth to fifth gameplay with this vehicle at this point. And at this point, I did have these, believe the stock equipment that I showed you within the garage. I believe as well that I changed 2 of them out for the other 2 options that I showed you guys that I would prefer, with the camouflage and the view range. So that way I could spot things on my own and also stay undetected. Because like I said, with some of the tier 10 heavies, will not have trouble pinning the turret front of this vehicle. So yeah, but this vehicle doesn't seem that bad a vehicle. I do like it. I gotta say, it does have that, like I said, that turn traverse. How far the turn does go, it does somewhat prevents you from being pretty much a very not mobile, but how can I put it? Flexible vehicle. But as you guys see how far my turn goes, if I do show, right there is how far it goes. Not sure if I'm going to show it in the video here, but yeah, the turn doesn't go completely fully around. So yeah, that's as far as you can get the turn right there, right at that angle. That looks like a little bit, I guess I was a little bit off, but yeah. But as this map goes, I'm trying to snipe, trying to, you know, use my sniping ability, because, you know, I am a German vehicle. But, you know, looks like my team is going this way, and I'm looking around, seeing if I see anybody, and that is not the full traverse over where the turret can go, but I'm just putting my turret on lock so that way I can have the gun sitting up that way, and looking around as well. And here we go, we are starting to go on the move, because for one, we get spotted too. So, yay! Not the best idea, but it looks like we are looking for a shot on this, well, heavy tank that's coming over here, which is a tier 8 premium British heavy tank. And we are pretty quick, actually. That is one thing about this vehicle, it does seem pretty quick. And yeah, we are popping out, we put our first shot into the GST, which is a tier 8 British premium tank destroyer. And are we going to put another shot into the guy before he gets taken out? No, but we get the spotting assistance anyways. And there's another one right back there, but I just don't have a good enough shot. He hits me, and it looks like he damaged either my view rangefinder or something. Yeah, okay, not really worried about it. I am still reloading, and it looks like we start reloading our premium rounds, so that way we can actually pin this guy. But our first shot decides to bounce the premium rounds, but sadly the guy gets taken out. So we are going to look for this British Carnarvon, right? Is that Carnarvon? Well, we put our first round into the Carnarvon. We also looks like track him. Looks like my teammates does take him out, so not a bad round with this vehicle. Not missing barely any hit points yet, but not really using our armor too much either, are we? But I think we switched back to standard ammunition, and we're going for this T57 Heavy, which is an autoloader, tier 10 autoloader. Yeah, so it wouldn't be a good idea, but we do put one good round into him. He's not paying attention, but he gets taken out before we even do, and artillery is coming after us. I kind of don't want to stay right here because enemy tanks over there can also shoot me because I'm also spotted. Oh, yay. But we are going to cover right here because we are spotted, and I think artillery is trying to shoot me. We want to shoot back at one of the artillery, which this is a British one, tier 10. We put a nice shot into him. Someone else puts another bigger shot into him, and we decided to fire right here. Mistake. We could have gotten that kill, but well, neither did our friend behind us. Didn't even get the kill either. As you can see, the aim time doesn't seem that great, so depending on which way you want to take this vehicle. But this scumbag here decides to drown himself. Yeah. Oof. Artillery is deciding to drown themselves, guys. He's a tier 10 artillery. I may understand, but maybe you should have at least fight, get some XP in. But the enemy team does leave the side very much open for a flanking maneuver. There's tank destroyers up there, which you see I am trying to aim in at another one of these vehicles. Looks like he's using the premium camouflage. And are we going to get a nice shot to him? Yes, we are. We put a nice good shot to his side. And I'm trying to keep my front towards this guy, even though he might a little premium. But we put another good shot into him. So at least we got two good shots onto the guy. And it looks like someone takes out our gun. We need to get that back, which is the Chinese tier 10 premium tank destroyer, the 114. So yeah, that's not great, right? Nope. But we come over here because we don't have a full traversable turn, so we need to watch out. There's a lot of tank destroyers over here. We do get hit by something. Huh. And we get tracked, and because our repair kit is on cooldown, we're also used our med kit. Looks like someone in our tank died there. Okay. But I don't think we hit anybody there. No, wait, I think we did. We hit the SU-130 PM, which is a very lightly armored tank destroyer tier 8. But we are kind of worried about the Wooster over there. He is in cover because he does have a bigger gun than we do, and he can deal 1,000 damage. I think it might have been him that shot me. He probably was using HU or something. But as you can see, I am kind of in the front here, kind of spotting these guys as well. We're not kind of, but am. But we do decide to take this guy out, one of our own kind, and the SU-130 PM gets taken out, and we decide to hit the turn of the 114 SPC, or is that SPG or something like that. The tier 10 Chinese tank destroyer, very soft target to hit, and yeah, he's not deciding to keep an eye out on us, so we hit him. I think he hits us. Yep, he does take some hit points off us, but we are about to win anyway, so it really doesn't really matter. He gets taken out by artillery. And yeah, 1 kill in our name, about 3,000 damage dealt. Not bad as a first game with this vehicle, or actually not first game, but about the 5th or so game I had with this vehicle. But Ruthless does take a good bit of chunk of our hit points away, but we do hit him, and as you can see, we're trying to hit his hit point. A little Kaboa, but decided to get a good shell. Yeah, and we're trying to, well, he's dead. But yeah, that is the vehicle in the nutshell there, guys. And you see that big old heaping hole within my turret. But I gotta say, this vehicle is a good turret vehicle. You do have to know how to play it a little bit, but yeah, that's a little bit of a learning curve. But I'd like to know what you think about the vehicle. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Or not? But that's gonna be it for this one there, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.